Yes, thanks for staying with us on the Sports Show. Probably the Salisbury Bowling Club have opened up an absolute state-of-the-art venue down there.
Seen the pictures?
Undercover, seen the pictures?
It looks beautiful.
So we thought we'd find out a bit about it. We thought we'd get the club president, Jeff Ambler, in, their state player, of course, Bree Johnson, in for a chat, find out a bit more about it. Firstly, congratulations, guys. Well done.
Thank you.
It doesn't just turn up. We don't see a state-of-the-art, the first one in South Australia at a bowling club. What was the process? How long did it take?
Well, we've been working on it for some 2.5, 3 years, and we got a business plan together, looked at what was happening with bowls in general, and we found there was a decline in membership. And if we didn't do something and do something quickly, then the club would be failing in about 10 years' time.
So take us through the process. When you think about a bowling green, a bowling club, you think, okay, what can we do to make this more attractive?
You find, I think, most bowling clubs these days have got a larger social bowling group than they have pennants. I think any club that you look to, we, for instance, have got 170 night owl bowlers.
Wow.
And 130 pennant bowlers.
That's healthy. They're healthy numbers, though.
It is. But so the strength is on the social side.
Yeah.
So you get your social bowlers, which are your night owls. There's also a pool of casual bowlers. Now, these guys are the social ones that come in for parties, might come in for a social night with their friends, might come in from a social group from work, and these guys might play 1 or 2 games a year. And it's trying to capture the full gambit of all those bowlers that we're trying to do at Salisbury.
And I would have thought, though, undercover as well.
Well,
but
it does give us that 24/7 facility, which is what we're looking for.
But I should point out too that people like Bree are bowling down there. Now, if people have got a...
That's because Bree's in the state team.
What I'm saying, though, is if people have got...
She's not the party yet. She's not the party group.
No, she's not. But if you're a young bloke and you don't consider bowls normally... Yes. Bree is one of 30 or 40 women that look as good as this. You just go down the club. Truly, what a great environment. But you know what? It's a great social environment. I mean that sincerely, Bree. As a 21-year-old, you wouldn't normally associate a 21-year-old with bowling or social time in bowling. But you take us through it.
There are quite a lot of younger players now playing, especially in South Australia. We have such a young group coming through in the juniors, so it's great to see.
So for you though, Bree, you didn't grow up thinking, I'm going to play bowls. You were introduced by your grandma and your grandpa. And most people through our era saw bowling as something that the older people do when you're retired from sport. Yeah. That's clearly not the case anymore,
No, it's not. It's coming through schools more often now as well.
Wow.
I did it through school groups. So that's how we're also trying to get the younger ones involved. So.
State player for you, having an undercover area now to play on, is that going to be a big advantage that you can practice 12 months of the year?
Yeah, that's right. So in the winter it's a bit harder because the greens obviously slow up because there's so much rain and the wet. So being able to play undercover all the time, train wherever I want, it's great.
Let's talk about the surface just for a minute. How do you decide the surface that you're going to put down undercover?
Well, this surface that we have is the first in the state. It is a carpet, so it's not like the normal needle punch that you see at many a bowling club around. And it's put down on a solid surface with an underlay, just like the lounge carpet.
Okay.
But they can actually stretch it to what speed you want it to run at.
I was going to ask about the speed. I thought, was it a sand effect? No, it's a stretch of the carpet.
It's a stretch carpet over an overlay on a solid surface. So it's beautiful to walk on. It's like walking on your lounge room carpet. And we've actually stretched it so we can guarantee a speed of between 15 and 16 seconds. And it is running absolutely beautifully on week 1.
You know, first one in Australia? Sorry.
No,
first one in South
there's
Australia.
actually service has been put down. Moama have put it down in Victoria.
Okay.
They've just done exactly the same thing as what we're doing. But this is the first time that this underlay has been used. This underlay has been developed over a number of years, and this is the first time that this underlay has been tried, and we've tried it at our club.
Take us about, we talk about the younger people getting involved. Take us through your journey, because there was a time, probably, I don't want to put words in your mouth here, that when you would have seen younger people coming through to your club, you'd think,
what do you want?
What do you want here? but the sign of a successful club is embracing that, and the club then will flourish.
Oh, absolutely. There was 2 probably changes that happened in bowls. A, when the young the people came onto the scene.
Yes.
And the older guys were getting beaten by the younger ones.
Yes.
Was a major change, which they had to start to accept. And the other one was when we went to an all-gender game on the Saturday, and the same thing happened again. But what the open gender has done, of course, is allow Bree to actually play on a Saturday, which she never had that opportunity to play in Premier League bowls. And there's a lot of girls doing that.
Yeah.
Bree, I'm interested just for a moment coming back to the green. Is there a pace that you prefer to play it on the green?
Yeah, I prefer like the 15-16, so what we put down is probably what I prefer to play.
Yeah.
Anything slower, probably not so much, but yeah.
Okay, when you play against the men now, is there a lot of trash talking that goes on? Because we've had other bowlers in here and they haven't been too backward in saying, yeah, especially when there's a green keeper at one ground another, there's a fair bit that goes on.
Yeah.
Is there a fair bit between?
There is, yeah.
Yep.
But I suppose playing with the men, you have to get used to it. So.
Do you give some back?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
you do.
fair enough.
Yes. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. So what's this year and years ahead like for you? What are the goals for you?
Probably with the state players.
Sure.
I just made my 100 games playing for South Australia,
Wow.
so that was great. So probably like to go on a bit further,
Yeah.
play some more games for them, and just help the Salisbury Bowling Club out. And yeah.
Good on you. Well done.
Jeff, just quickly, if people want to get involved with the Salisbury Bowling Club, best way to do that?
We can, on the website, we have an email address, or you can ring the club. Happy to have anyone that wishes to play.
Good on you.
You
Well
should
done.
get down there and have a look. Even if you're not interested in playing, just go and see it. It is the best
Have a
facility
beer.
for bowls right now, and a frothy with poppy.
Yeah,
is what you
exactly.
have down there. Good luck. Hope it goes fantastic for you. Stay with us. Still plenty to come on the show.